So welcome back to our channel Quick Learning. This is our second portion of legal and political environment. So first portion I told you about the definition, what is political environment, what is legal environment, what is the importance and significance and what is the impact of them on your business. So now I am tell you about them in more detail. So marketing decisions are strongly affected by the developments in the political and legal environment that influence and limit various organizations and individuals like laws, government agencies, and pressure groups. Then the international legal environment has three types. In international laws, then you have home country laws and then you have host country laws. So international laws means, for example, you are living in country X. Then country Y is your international laws. X is your home country, then the country Y, Z, A, B, C, all are your international laws. Okay, then home country is your X because you are currently living in X, and host country is if you are planning to do a business in Y, then Y is your host country, and if you are planning to do a business in Z, then Z is your host country. Okay, then political legal environment. So the risk, now we are telling you about the risk because before going to a business, international business, you must know about the political risk. So the arises due to events or actions by the host government is called a political risk, and it can be loss of assets, loss of earning power, loss of managerial control, government takeovers, and acts of violence. Then you have government takeovers, tariffs, quotas, taxes, terrorism, political instability, laws and regulations. These all are the risks that you face if you are planning to do international business. 10. Political legal environment has two types. Number one, legislation regulating business and the growth of special interest groups. So, in political environment, you have two types of institutions. Number one, public institution, and number two is non-public institution. In public institution, you have government, government agencies, and the government-owned business. All are related to government. Obviously, it is, as the name suggests, it is public institution, so it is related to a public as a whole. Then you have non-public institutions. It is called interest groups. Then political legal environment again has close relationship with the economic system and economic policy, and it includes factors such as characteristics and policies of the political parties, nature of constitution and government system relating to business policies and regulations. Then important economic policies such as industrial policy, policy towards foreign capital and technology, fiscal policy and foreign trade policy are often political decisions. So, in many countries, regulations to protect consumer interests have become stronger. Some governments specify certain standards for the products to be marketed in the country. Some even prohibited the marketing of certain products. So, the promotional activities are subject to various types of control. For example, in India, advertisement of alcoholic product is prohibited and the packaging must carry injurious to health warnings. So another example is like countries that are more religion, like Muslim countries. Again, the wine and alcohol are strongly prohibited in such countries. Then political environment. So the political environment means the situation and circumstances relating to the government policies and public affairs of a country. So the ideology of ruling government and influence of premier groups. For example, Nehru, the transformation of agrarian economy into industrialized economy. Indira Gandhi, so state become active in agriculture sector, subsidized fertilizers, expansion of institutional credit, tightening of state control over industrial finance, foreign investment and trade. Then, the meaning of political environment is that refers to the stability of the political environment and the attitudes of political parties and the movements. So this manifests in government influence on tax policies or government involvement in trading agreements. So in case of Australia, this is a very precise example to understand. So in Australia, it is a liberal capitalist democracy. So here the state keeps interfering substantially in the economy through various roles. For instance, Parliament might decide to set up importation taxes aim to protect the national economy, or environmental protection laws aim to protect the natural heritage of a country. So the example of legal environment is, for example, Basil invites Harry to dinner and Harry accepts the invitation. So it is only a social agreement and not enforceable by law in a court. But it is not a because it is not a contract. But if Basil agrees to sell his house to Harry for 50,000 rupees, then this is a contract. So the most common and easy example to understand of a legal environment is there should be a contract and it otherwise they are not enforceable by law. Then the example of political environment is that you have to understand that how stable is the government. It is a democracy or dictatorship. If a new party comes into power, will the rules of the business change dramatically? Is power concentrated in the hands of a few, or it is clearly outlined in a constitution or similar national legal document? Then how involved is the government in the private sector? Then is there a well-established legal environment both to enforce policies and rules as well as to challenge them? And last one is how transparent is the government political, legal, and economic decision-making processes. So according to the considering the political environment, these all are the questions that arise in your mind. And if you have answered to all of these questions, then you are ready to start your own business in another country or even in your own country. You know about the political environment. And if you are a student, then you have to understand these all questions. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Kindly subscribe to my channel.